Hey guys, welcome back to another Chia video. Let me just give you guys a quick update. You see that fish tank over there? That's actually a 5-gallon. I used to have like 55 gallons, but I actually bought a 5-gallon that has some neon tetras in there. If you guys are not familiar with that, I'll probably just show a little picture here somewhere. But today I want to actually go through a few things, an update on my journey and what the hell's going on with XCH. Stay with me on this one, guys. Alright, so today I am going to go through a few things, a few updates on my journey, what I was planning to do, but I have diverted my attention away from Chia. Well, not really. I'm still talking about it, right? So let's see what's going on. As of today, we're looking at the price of $168.77 as of this recording. We have to make sure that we are not contradicting ourselves or not always blaming others for the fault of something, or, you know, just saying. Well, I've been following on Reddit. I still read a lot of the posts, people, claiming like, Chia's going down or stop fudding and all this and that. But, it's like every time something goes down in crypto, someone has a comment to make about China. And it'll be like, oh yeah, China's selling off, or they're banning crypto and that's why the price is going down. All right, that's fair enough, right? But when the prices are going up, are they saying like, oh, it's because China's buying back into it, or they opened up miners and farmers in China and this is why the price is going up? It's never a direct story. It's always someone to blame. And for some, in this case, even with Chia, which is interesting, of course there's no proof, there's no validation to any of this. It's just that people are assuming and speculating that, oh, because China is cracking down on crypto and people are getting scared and they're selling off their whatever they earned so far. I mean, to be honest, I mean, the prices of Chia was up in the 200 maybe last week or a couple of days ago. I mean, what's to say that someone that farmed a lot, pre-mined or pre-farmed, or before during the testnet days and before it actually went on LiveNet or whatever it is, that they didn't just sell off because they got tired of waiting for it, right? I mean, that's possible, because in order to drive the price down to 168 from, I think, let's just look at 7 days ago. 7 days ago, we had an all-time high of, I wouldn't say all-time high. So it was in the low 200s. What am I seeing here? 215? I don't know how. I mean, you would have to dig a little deeper into how much was actually sold off from that day of, 9/21, which is today's the 26th, 5 days ago. How much was sold off in order to get this low dip, right? And then was like 140. Wow, I didn't even realize it went that low. From that 140 to come back up to 168 or whatever. Yeah, it had to have meant that someone bought it back at the low, right? Who's buying it? Like, where is this coming from? It's definitely not, you're not farming. If you're plotting and farming and you're getting XCHs, that doesn't reflect prices. Prices are reflected based on who's trading it, who's selling, who's buying. But as of today, XCHs there's no transactions. They're not making anything. They're not doing anything with it right now. So there's still a lot of work to be done with XCH. That's it's very debatable, like if there will ever be a real world use of XCH. Right now, everyone's just speculating, hoping that the price goes up. And of course, in the comments of the Reddit in Reddit, and also this information has been gone back to earlier days of XCHs when they were predicting the price to be $20. Now, because the prices, if the prices hit $20, that would be a very, very hard day to swallow, because if I were to buy one hard drive, I could have just bought a whole bunch of XCHs, right? For a lot cheaper than doing all this work. But of course, a lot of the guys who are doing this is more for a hobby. So, understandable. Put it to this perspective. So my dilemma right now is the fact that because Chia went that low, and it was only a week ago, it wasn't even because the prices were jumping up ginormously or coming down really low 2 weeks ago. It has been pretty steady at the 200 range, right? But I never look at it daily. But just to give you guys an idea, I was looking at hard drives. I was literally looking at 16 terabyte hard drives, and you can see like the prices drop a little more, but it's not cheap, but it's doable, right? I actually spoke to Jeremy, the guest on my videos that I've spoken to, and I asked him how much was he picking up 16 terabyte drives for, and he was like, around 300. I was like, okay, that's not entirely bad. So this was when the price was 250. I was looking at hard drives. But now that the price is dropping down to 168 and potentially could even go lower, does it even make sense for me to try to make room or add additional hard drives? I actually have space for 2 more 16 terabyte drives in my harvester that I can actually plot on. I'm debating, like, should I spend 300, let's just say $330 or 350. Let's just say 350, but I can definitely get a little less than that. 350, should I just buy, spend a little more and just buy two XCHs? Right? So it's a tough call right now, because now a hard drive, for every one hard drive 16 terabyte and not guaranteeing, I have to calculate how much 16 terabyte, that one 16 terabyte, how much would it get me on a pool? Because I'm not even going to calculate all the other stuff that I bought already, the 8, 10s and 16, 12 terabytes or 14 terabytes. So I forget which one, the ones that I actually shucked. I totally lost track. It's been about good 6-7 months now. Thing is, like, should I just suck it up and just buy XCHs? But now the other thing, another twist to that is that I like to use Coinbase. I don't have accounts on anything else. Exchange, I think. What other exchanges are there? I know Gate.io was one of them that I was gonna initially utilize to work to do transactions with Chia. But let me see. I think I had a couple other ones on here, whatever XCHs are trading on, but obviously it's not on Coinbase. If it was on Coinbase, it would have been a lot easier. I have funds in there and I have other things in there, and I like to keep everything together. I hate to separate everything. Chia has its own app just for trading, and then I have everything else I monitor daily. It just gets too messy, and I don't enjoy that. So that's out of personal preference that I can't trade XCHs because it's not on the platform that I would like it to be on. Okay, so that's where I am right now. I am on XCH pool. I am getting about 0.03 ish. It fluctuates because sometimes people drop off or they're rebooting. I realize that's what's happening, I think, because sometimes my harvester would just disconnect. I'm not sure why. It just does, and I'll realize that on my GUI, and it'll say like it'll be missing the harvester plot for that day when I receive, because depending on how much time it was offline, my payout will be a lot lower. So that's when I realized that, oh shoot, my plots are not all there. So I'll reboot it, I'll start the harvester again, and then everything comes back to normal. So I am pooling on XCH pool, and I have pooled on other pools that are no longer of existence. But right now I have, just in pooling in general, not with XCH pool entirely, just pooling in general, I have earned 1.695 XCHs. I do have 4 that I soloed pre-pooling days. So that's where I am right now. Let's see what else. All right, so what I was saying, and I want to go back just briefly, is that this whole thing with Chia and China, I don't think it has correlation, but obviously China's impact on the crypto world affects every crypto out there for whatever reason. Even if China doesn't even, or the Chinese people in China doesn't even buy into a lot of the crypto that is on this list of however many, right? Crypto in general is just falling. China has its own problems right now with the whole real estate issue, with the people trying to get their money out from this big what's it, Evergreen? Not Evergreen, that was the shipping container. Evergrade, right? Evergrande. But anyway, so that's that, and then that's how I feel right now. I'm on the fence between getting an additional hard drive. But what is a $350 hard drive, 16 terabyte, going to do for me besides eat up some of my time to plot, use up more electricity, generate a little more heat? Although the weather is cooling down, which is great for this kind of temperature, and especially once it hits the winter time and you're plotting, it keeps the place warm. You actually don't even have to turn up the heat or anything like that. But that shouldn't be enough reason for me to get a hard drive opposed to just buying the XCHs directly. Now, the other question is, should I even buy XCHs, deal with XCHs in general, or just leave whatever it is I have? Let me know what you guys are doing. Are you guys, because of this low price, it almost sounds like, Crazy Yeti from the 80s.
Greatest stereo sale ever. Get anything and everything in stereo equipment. Get it all now during Crazy Yeti's greatest stereo sale ever. Crazy Yeti, his prices are insane.
He's like, this low price is insane. Are you guys buying XCHs and not just buying hard drives. I know some of you, I know some of the whales that I've spoken to and I asked the same question. They were like, no, I would rather buy the hard drives because I'll have a hard drive, and if it doesn't work out, I can still liquidate the hard drives and I still have a value to it. But if you buy XCHs and it goes down to zero, that's it, it's done. It has no value to XCHs once that's done, right? Because you don't own anything, to be real. I mean, it just, there's nothing of physical thing that you can hold or do anything with. If XCHs actually really do go down to $20 or lower, that value is that. There's nothing else. At least with hard drives, there's still a value to a 16 terabyte hard drive, 8 terabyte hard drive. People still need hard drive space to accommodate other things besides Chia. All right, just putting it out there. I want to thank you guys for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I know you guys are brutal. It's brutal when you guys are not with. If I don't talk about Chia, if I talk about other things, you guys unsub. You guys like just don't even click. My views go down. So here you go. I'm making another Chia video. I want to thank you guys for being here and stay tuned for the next video. See you again soon. Bye.